What's up, homies? So today's a little bit of a different video. A year ago today, I posted a video, and I'll have it linked for you guys to go see. But basically, I was miserable last year. I didn't have anybody. I was isolated from friends, from family. We were stuck in a terrible, terrible house that had mold in it, and I wound up with a gluten allergy 2 years ago, and there's been a lot of changes since then. So I really wanted to catch you guys up on where I am and how everything else is working right now. So first and foremost, I still have my allergy. I still have PMDD. That has not changed. The severity has not changed. You still can't open pastries around me, and you can't have it on your breath. You really can't. Blow on my face, you can send me into anaphylactic. But compared to last year, I'm able to help manage it a lot better. So last year I talked about my allergy. I talked about how I got it. And if you have not seen it, please go check it out. I explain everything over there. And so in 2 weeks last year, I was preparing to go to Savannah, Georgia for my husband's birthday because we were going to try something new. Also, Georgia's my home, so they're like, well, let's try it out. So, and during that whole process, we were like, Lord, if you even just allow me to be around it, if I still can't eat it, we will move to Georgia. Well, we go to Tybee Island, to Savannah, Georgia, and it was only through the power of God. Like, I was able to walk into Walmart without a mask or get heat sick. I still can't walk into like the bakery or the deli or anything. And we went out to a place, and it was a miracle, and it only happened that one time. But anyways, so then we get back home, and we're like, okay, well, we're gonna have to move. And so we were gonna sell our things, and we were gonna be in Georgia by the end of December. Spoiler alert, that doesn't happen. So we just get this feeling we need to go now. And so by the end of August, we're selling all of our stuff that we didn't want or that we knew we could replace, any replaceables. We were packing up. And during this whole thing, I did have another really severe anaphylactic attack, another EpiPen, because the mold in the house, our furnace was sitting on cinder blocks, which is illegal, and the mold had incubated while we were gone. And so when we started moving stuff around, I went into another shock, and it was bad. And that was the pushing point of like, we're leaving this month. And so during that month, we applied to jobs. I applied for swim school. He applied for a worship leader position. And so by September, we're leaving. We're leaving Georgia, and we're coming down here. And it was a big life change. So fast forward to now. We are no longer at our jobs. Well, we're no longer at the job, so it's swim school. Just differences, and we didn't work out, and that's totally fine. And then the church that Tyler was supposed to be part of, or Tyler and I were a part of, just for the safety and security of the situation, and because I love the people, I don't like the situation. But I am just going to say Tyler and I walked away from just that church. We didn't walk away from God, we just walked away from the church, or that church. And maybe next year, if the wound is not as still fresh, then maybe I can go into it. Only maybe, though. But so that being said, we've also gotten an apartment. We've gotten an apartment. I don't know if you guys have figured that out, but we have an apartment. Our babies are safe. We're taken care of. Tyler has a new job. He's loving it. And through connections, I also have an agency. And through connections, he was able to get this new job. And we've just been really blessed. So brings us to now. Last year in my video, I talked about that I had to isolate myself, and I'm still pretty isolated. Like, I don't really leave the house. I don't go anywhere unless we have to. However, I can go into Kroger, but we still know the thresholds of like, can't stay here in this area, you know, can't go down the baking aisle, which I've never been able to do anyway. So all that being said, that's kind of where I'm at now. With my allergy, I don't have to wear an N95 mask because I also get heat sick with those. I can walk into a store, and we're usually pretty careful about how we can maneuver in and out and what times, and what days. We try to be careful about that. And we could even go into Sam's Club. Again, I know my threshold, I know my limit, and I don't have to do those things. So that is a blessing. Last year I talked about my rashes on my face that were here, and then just right here by my mouth. And I can tell you that since we have moved, I've not had them once. Well, I had them after we moved, like 1 or 2 more periods. And then after that, I didn't have them anymore. I am going to try not to cry, but if you guys see me clap in front of my face, it just means I'm trying not to cry. And so that is kind of up to date on where we are with like my allergy, moving, and everything like that. But through all of that, so through my isolation, I was able to rekindle my love of reading, and I've got to meet some really awesome authors and some of their books. And I even got brave enough to start asking them, like, hey, can I do, an audio promo for your book? And they're like, yes, please, absolutely. And it also helps build my skills as a voice actor as well. And one of the authors I've gotten really close to, she is a good friend, and wow, God works so mysteriously, and I'm grateful for that, because if I had never arced my first arc, I don't think I would be here. And through all of this, and not being able to have a job because of how just severe the allergy can be, even my agency, when they talked to me with an interview, they're like, okay, so we could do commercial work. And because I asked them, like, how do you help handle, your talent if they have a health concern, specifically like a severe allergy? And they're like, what are you talking about? So I explained it, and they're like, whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, I can't be around. They're like, baby, they're like, honey girl, we can't have you on set because that could hurt you. And she was like, but that sucks, because she's like, I think you're cute. I really would love to have you on commercial. I was like, I would love to be. She said, but we're just going to keep you voice actor for right now. I was like, okay, that works. And they have just been so wonderful to work with. But that is where we are. And also through that, I have learned how to content create. That has not been easy. And it's a new skill set that I'm proud to say I'm learning how to do. I actually have a list. I'm so proud of myself. And that's just a blessing. And so I do want to reiterate that I have left, it's like leaving schools, right? You left that school, you're still friends with some people, you're just not a part of that school system anymore. You're not a part of that county anymore, especially you move. Think about it like that. But God is still more heavily in my life than he's ever been. And something that I would love to remind you all is that God is an and God. King Solomon in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 talks about how there is a time under the sun for everything. You can be in a time of mourning and in a time of joy. You can be in a time of rest and in a time of work. God isn't one or the other. God loves you. God is an and God. So I've always doubted myself. I'm like, well, Lord, I really want to be a voice actor, and I don't know how to do this. And it's like, but I'm a voice actor and a content creator. I'm a voice actor and a book reviewer and this. And I love that, because through that, God has helped me build an online community. I hope I really don't cry, but it's funny how God works, because last year I did pray for an online community because of how isolated I was. I was by myself and I couldn't hang out with people, and it really, really sucked. And so through all of this, I have been able to become friends with a really good author she's a really good like best friend now. Like once a week we have what we call girl dates. Super super awesome, where we basically pick a movie on whatever platform we have. We make sure we're in our right times because we're in 2 different time zones, and we literally just color and we talk. We've seen the movie or whatever, and it's a lot of fun. There's also a new girly that I'm glad to say I'm friends with. She's still super shy, but I get to play games with her, and hopefully her and her boyfriend will get to play D&D with, as well as my author friend. We are going to play D&D, man. We are going to play D&D. Guarantee it. And just, wow. And I can't be more grateful and more blessed than I am. And something that my husband and I have been doing, because we've been growing mentally. I've always struggled with grinding in real life. Like, truthfully, I've always struggled grinding in real life. Give me Final Fantasy X or Kingdom Hearts and I have to go find all the other stuff. Shoot, that's easy. I'll just put on some music and vibe the whole time. In real life, you can't do that. But turns out you can. My husband and I have been doing what we call leveling up. So we have our character sheets that we've made. Like in real life, I would be a bard because I'm an entertainer. I make people laugh or something. And I'm an actor, so that goes along with it. And so I put myself as a character in D&D as a level 1 bard. And then from there, we have assigned things of what is XP. So like posting a video, whether it's a long form or short form, those two get 2 different XP. Reading my scriptures, doing exercise, and that could be anything. It could be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, it'd be whatever you want it to be. And so I do want to share that with you guys, and if you are interested, I will put it in my Patreon. That will be free, so don't worry about having a paywall behind that, but I'll put it up on my Patreon so you guys can see it. I also want to fine tune some things. But I also have a quest board, not this one, this is my prayer board, but I actually have a quest board where Tyler and I have discovered, like, okay, I have to do an interview with one of my authors. She got to do an interview with me. Tyler has to edit Night of Elysium, which, shameless plug, if you have not watched the demo, please go watch the demo. Please go support it on Kickstarter. It would mean a lot. We are working really hard on this project. But the big edit for that is huge. And that's like 1,000 XP because of how much time it's going to take. But it's things like that. And being like, okay, how do I do this? This is the best way I know how to do it. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for being part of this journey. If you just joined, if you've been here for a while, if you've been here from the beginning, thank you. I cannot express how much I want to say thank you to you, to each and every one of you, to, holy cow, 62 subscribers on YouTube. Blows my little brain because I didn't think I would even have 10, and there's 62 of you. Thank you guys so much. On TikTok, I have, I think, 100. Guys, thank you. Liking and positive comments and sharing and reposting and saving the videos. And my Instagram buddies, wow, there's 430 of you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your help giving me a possibility of an online community, and I love that. And I thank you so much. Thank you for real. I hope this didn't get like too heavy for you. And if it did, I'm sorry, but I hope it still makes your day. Just know that I am so super grateful. I could not ask God for a better community. You guys are so amazing, so thank you. So like the video, subscribe to the video, and comment down below encouragement, a funny story, anything that might have helped you positively. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. And if you're watching this now, awesome. If you're watching this 2 years from now, guess what? You get to have the 2-year update as a whole series instead of like episodes. But either way, I hope this helps in some way. Again, thank you guys so much. I cannot be more blessed to have such an awesome community. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!